go to the Conservative Party of Canada's rally here in Kingston, Ontario. And I sort of misplaced the address. I knew it was on Centennial Drive. And I'm a bit late, and the snow's a bit thick and wet, sticky, and a bit, could potentially dissuade anyone from coming to this rally. But the parking in this industrial section of Kingston, for which, well, it's like there's a big fat Greek wedding or something here, here in the snow. So, and I suppose I could turn the phone around and show everyone the fact that we got yellow vests and police directing people around. There's people up in the grass. There's cars. Well, wow. Oh, okay, look at the lineup into the thing. All right, this we can do now. Now there's the lineup. Come on down there. Are you waiting for a bus?
Yeah.
Nice. You don't want to go and join hands and sing Kumbaya with all our conservative brothers?
No.
Okay, all right. Okay, well. One is the loneliest number in the world. Okay. All right. It looks like they're letting them in. Okay. I'll have to turn the phone. I'm in a rotary, and I'm driving with holding a phone in one hand. That's rather illegal, but out the course of the open window, as I swirl about the roundabout and show you all the parking, for which there's little, if any. Nice and slow in the roundy turnsy. Turnsy round and round. What's that guy doing in the roundabout? He's just going in circles. That's his fifth rotation. You ought to be law against that. Well, then swing right. And round the building. Look at this. In between the cars. My goodness. There's people lined up in the snow to encourage Pierre Poilievre. All right. If this is not by the sheer weight. Hi, human. All right. All right, we got Antifa here too. They're selling coffee there with a little stand or something. Okay. And the parking and the lack of it, on it goes. Look at everybody lined up in the industrial section of town, for which there was apparently some warehouse space to accommodate everyone. Mark Garrison in Kingston, the Islands, is going to throw up in his own mouth on the 28th of April. What's that? Is that a chunk of carrot? No, I think it's a bit of NDP. Rather unpalatable, unsustainable bit of a morsel down in the digestive tract. Mark Garrison, who has, for some reason or another, I don't know how handsomely he's paid people, but he's got people with Garrison signs on their lawns, and if the war and irony were not already strong enough, they're buttressed with Canadian flags. And, all right, elbows up as the Liberals do the bird dance on their way out of here. Na 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 da 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 da. All right. Maybe an encore, Macarena. All right, we're circling the block, and I better put this phone down on its hook in its cradle, lest I be accused of being, I don't know, distracted. Well, it's a good day to be distracted. Oh, look, shiny things. Yeah. It's not raining Skittles anymore. Gone. And for whatever, whomever, that Don to whom it applies. it's, it's just not raining Skittles anymore. Now, it's hard to be optimistic in some sense if you can see at least 20 feet further in front of your own line. All we're doing is at this sort of particular junction, and given the irony of ironies yet again here in Canada, first past the post. Ask anyone that ever took office. First past the post is okay by me. And yeah, democracy stops at the factory door, and that's kind of the way it is in Canada anyway. But let's swing down. I've overshot myself here. Yeah, I can't turn there. It'll put me into a mall, a strip plaza. There's the Invista Center, lovely and bright. So, yes, 20 feet in front of your own nose. However, one needs to adjust their glasses. So, Fortune Crescent, why not take Fortune Crescent? Nobody's on this time of day, everyone's going home. In this particular political event coming up at the end of the month's end, 28th of April, what we've got the opportunity to do here is take the brush out of its cradle, which usually down there in a sort of a corner at the base of the toilet somewhere, probably a little bit behind the plunger, and give the bowl a good brush. And if what Mulrooney gave us on his swan song with King Kim were a feature, a vignette, if you will, in history. The sheer lack of camera time, or worse yet, or just as bad, if not worse yet, vocal time to our former Prime Minister, Senor Trudeau. I should probably not say any more. I won't miss it. And but if, like me, the sound of his voice brings about visions of, I don't know, a trachea in formaldehyde in a jar, I'm not saying it's his. But if he were to have a surfing accident and were to donate his body to science, I think that could be part of the Canadian lexicon of things that we could put in the Museum of Civilization and get to know me. Oh look, it's Trudeau's trachea. For his father, we named a mountain and an airport. But for his son, no, you're not allowed to poke it with a stick. Anyway, have a good rally there, Pierre. And when you're done kissing babies and ready to get down to the nitty-gritty, this quiet wrestling match alliance, for which surely, clearly, plainly has to be in existence with our orange-haired friend to the south of us. Well, remember the people who put you there, and stick to the stuff that